Life in the capital, Accra, can be daunting. This is the story of a man who braved all odds and ventured into selling of roasted maize, a domain usually for women. For Mr. Samuel Nartey, a man's survival in the capital depends on his zeal and hope in Christ. An indigene of Doryumu at Shai Hills, this has been his trade for the past 9 years. He shares his story in a segment on these men in the informal sector.
Awoche, known in private life as Mr. Samuel Nartey, began roasting maize in 2012. This is his main source of income to support his family. He says his wife introduced him to this business when he lost his job. His wife has been at it for 19 years.
Yeah, my family said almost 9 years.
I've been doing this work for the past 9 years. Previously, I worked at a restaurant for 14 years. I also worked at Accra Ghana Limited, but I stopped due to financial issues. So I decided to support my wife to cater for the family.
But upon Mamino or deliver a program Mukoma for 1 month.
Awoche says this honest labor puts food on his family's table. His wife and 3 children, despite some of the negative comments from the beginning. Proceeds from the business have seen their first child through tertiary education.
There is no job that has been labeled women only.
Yes, and you're doing though I might but maybe Albania also be
Mr. Samuel Nartey and his wife, Madam Eunice Yomile, have been married for 40 years with 3 sons. She says her husband was supporting her for the past 14 years before he lost his job.
We support each other when in need.
Awoche's clients say they buy from him because his maize is always fresh. They say they are happy whenever they see him in a woman's world.
I like how he works. That is why I always buy from him.
It is not common to see a man supporting his wife in such a job.
His friends describe him as a hard-working man who is focused on what he does.
I become amazed when I see him smoking the corn because such a middle-aged man can do such a work.
Anytime at all, this man is able to get maize to serve the people in Labari. Even if the season is no more, he's able to get maize to say. It's a very hard-working man.
The couple's children describe their father as a blessing to the family and the best dad ever.
It's not in his league to be doing this kind of job. But because of our education and our future, that's why he's going through this.
It's very hardworking and focused, I would say, because not every man can do what he's doing, like support your wife, to help your kids in their education.
Madam Eunice advised couples to support their partners when the need arises.
Every man or woman should support his or her partner in their handiworks.
He says he is challenged by being in the woman's world and took the step as a challenge to prove that once you are ready to work, you will find a job. He added that there are so many job opportunities, but most people tell women with certain jobs that men can similarly do. He said he was ridiculed in the beginning. He advises the youth not to give up on their dreams and not to feel shy in whatever field they work in.
The youth should be focused on their dreams in order not to be a burden to others.
Mr. Nartey defies all odds to get maize for his customers, even when maize is scarce.
Sometimes the maize is so expensive, but when it's in season, I make a lot of profits.
Transport no board transport no we take the film and okay, but sebronu buna one kind of year there, and also buy also to me bibia a bit to her to me.
With the inscription, "There is more hope in Christ than balls on his table," Mr. Nartey is optimistic of an increase in his financial inflows when there is ample supply of maize. For now, the seasonal crop is in short supply. To the youth of his community, Awoche is an inspiration.